In this lesson, we'll learn 9 very popular guitar chords. If you learn these shapes, you'll be able to play a lot of famous songs. Okay, so it's worth it. And also, if you're a beginner guitarist, you need to start somewhere. So this is a good starting point. I'm going to teach you how to play A minor, E major, E minor, C, D minor, D, A major, G, and F chord, but there'll be also actually one more chord, F major 7. So it will be 10th chord. I'm going to explain later on why. I'm going to show you 2 versions of the F chord. Okay, now look, I'm going to give you a lot of tips on how to finger this chords properly so they will sound good. So try to watch this from the beginning till the end. Look, we are going to start from the A minor chord. I'm going to position my first finger, and this is my first finger, not this one, okay? I'm going to position my first finger on the first fret, 2nd string. This is the first fret. This space, so 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, these are frets. First fret, 2nd string. And make sure when you place this finger on the string that you're actually pressing this hard enough to get some sound from the string. So right now I place this finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and I play this string with my guitar pick. Okay? So this is my first finger. 2nd finger is going on the 2nd fret, 4th string. And my 3rd finger is going to be on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. Okay, this is our chord A minor. What is very important here when you position your fingers on the fretboard, this flat part here on the guitar, we call this the fretboard. It's very important that you position your fingers in a very vertical way, like to the fretboard. So I'm not playing like this, because look, if I place this finger now, for instance, on the 1st fret, 2nd string, and I lay this finger to flat, it's going to mute the string underneath, okay? So I'm going to keep this finger in a very vertical way, like this. It's more painful because I'm playing from the very top of the finger, but you know, it may look like it's impossible to do right now, but after a while it'll be fine. So once you pass this initial painful moment, you'll be fine, okay? So don't give up too early. Playing the guitar is fun, and it's an awesome way of spending your free time. So look, one more time. The first finger is on the 1st fret, 2nd string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 4th string, 3rd finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string. And some of the chords we are going to play across all 6 strings, and some across 5, and some across 4. This A minor chord we are going to play from the 5th string. This is the 5th string, not this one. We count the strings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, from the 5th string down. And this is how it sounds, okay? If it doesn't sound the same way, one of the reasons is that maybe you are not pressing hard enough, or maybe your fingers are too flat, okay? But maybe also because you're a beginner and everything takes time, so keep this in mind, okay? Don't think that you need to be perfect from the very beginning. Sometimes if something is muted like this, it might be also fine. Okay, so this is A minor chord. Now let's go to the 2nd chord. We call this chord E major. So easy way to think about E major chord, that is, we are going to take exactly the same shape that we have right now, which is A minor, and we are going to move everything up. So every single finger is going to go up 1 string, like this, look. And this is E major chord. Look, what I have right now, so this is basically A minor chord, just everything is going up here. And now what I have here is my 1st finger is on the 1st fret, 3rd string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, 5th string, and my 3rd finger on the 2nd fret, 4th string. And this is one of the chords we're going to play across all 6 strings. We call this E. E major, or in short, we call this chord E. When you have A minor chord, you have to say A minor. But when you have chord E, for instance, you don't say, usually you can say E major, but if you say just E, everybody will know what you mean. So this is E chord, okay? E major. One more time. 1st finger is on the 1st fret, 3rd string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, 5th string, and the 3rd finger on the 2nd fret, 4th string. E major chord. Cool, let's go to the next one, E minor. Now look, E minor is actually pretty easy, because what you may try to do, you may try to just remove your 1st finger, and you've got E minor chord. Can you hear this change? E major, E minor. If you can't hear this change, it means that your fingers are too flat. You have to have this string 1, 2, 3. You have to have the third string ringing. Okay, so this is a good test of your chords. So make sure the strings are ringing. So this is E minor chord. You may finger this using fingers 2 and 3 like this, or you may play in the way that I prefer to play E minor using fingers 1 and 2. And if you play this chord in this way, I'm going to position my first finger on the 2nd fret 5th string, and my second finger is going on the 2nd fret 4th string. We play this chord across all 6 strings, just like this, okay? This is E minor chord. One more time. The first finger is going to be on the 2nd fret 5th string, and the second finger on the 2nd fret 4th string. E minor. Okay? So did you notice E minor like this or like this? We can play the chords in many different ways, and what is important to understand, you should try to keep an open mind, okay? Because there may be different variations of the chords, and they are not necessarily wrong way of playing the guitar, okay? Just different way of playing the instrument, okay? So this is our E minor chord. Okay, let's go to the next chord. We are going to learn how to play the C chord. Something like this. Easy way to think about C chord is by starting again from the A minor chord, the first one we've learned. And in order to play you go to the C chord, what you need to do, you want to lift up your third finger and place this finger on the 3rd fret 5th string. This is called C. Look, when I play A minor chord and I lift up this finger now, can you see the space here from the 2nd finger to the fret? I may try to actually help my fingers by sliding this finger closer to the edge, so I don't have to stretch now to reach the C chord, okay? So basically, you can hear this many times when people play songs. This kind of the squeaky noises, it's because guitarists are reposition the fingers in order to get the best, kind of the most comfortable position for our chords, okay? So when I play A minor chord and I lift up my 3rd finger, I've got extra space here. I'm going to slide this finger and place the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret 5th string. So one way to play this chord, by the way, you may feel like you can't reach this chord and it's impossible to play this. I'm going to address this issue in a second, okay? But let's try to find this chord just on its own at first. So to play C major chord, I'm going to position my first finger on the 1st fret 2nd string. Second finger is going to be on the 2nd fret 4th string. And the 3rd finger is going to be on the 3rd fret 5th string. And we play this chord across all 5 strings. This is called C. Look one more time. The first finger is on the 1st fret 2nd string. Second finger, 2nd fret 4th string. And the 3rd finger, 3rd fret 5th string. You strum this chord from the 5th string down. You may feel like you can't reach these notes. So one of the ways to solve this issue will be to try to stretch your fingers like this. It may look like a bit of the ridiculous exercise, but it may actually relax your muscles, and it may kind of help you reach the notes easier, okay? Many times also it's coming down to our thumb position. If you rub your hand too much like this around the neck, you're going to tense your hand too much. It needs to be kind of, your grip needs to be kind of more relaxed, okay? So don't feel like you are, because you know, if I rub my hand like this, I can't feel that I can move anything here easily. Try to be more relaxed in your approach, how you rub your thumb. Press hard enough to get the sound, which is very easy to say, but basically if you play too hard, it's going to sound out of the tune, and it's going to be more painful. So you need to apply right pressure, which will come down with experience as you play more, okay? Don't be too hard on yourself, okay? At the beginning, everything takes time, all right? So just try to learn the basics. Enjoy the process of learning this chord, because you are becoming a guitarist, okay? You are just about to join this elite group of people who play the guitar, all right? So enjoy the process. So once you stretch your fingers, it's supposed to be a little bit maybe easier to play the C chord, but to be honest, a lot of my students struggle with the C chord anyway. So I notice the best cure is just to try and play, you know, the chord. After a few weeks, you may feel more confident with this, okay? So you may just try to ignore sometimes how certain chord sound. If one of the notes is muted and you've got this finger in the correct place, you may try to ignore this muted sound, and you will notice after a while it's going to fix itself, okay? The problem will be solved. So this is our chord C, all right? Now look. Let's go to the chord D minor. I'm going to place my first finger on the first fret first string, second finger on the second fret third string, and my third finger on the third fret second string. I play this chord from the fourth string. This is D minor chord, and this is how it sounds. It's a cool sounding chord. And I strum this from the fourth string. Yeah. If I would strum this across all 6 strings, it doesn't sound great, right? Can you hear? It creates some kind of tension, these notes here at the top. So this is why you want to strum this from the fourth string, just to make it right. So one more time, the first finger is going on the first fret, first string, second finger on the second fret third string, and then the third finger on the third fret second string, D minor chord, okay? Do you feel the pain in your fingers when you play these chords? If you do, this is normal. Your fingers will get used to this, okay? So keep this in mind, that it's going to take time. You have to allow your fingers to, you know, to grow this harder skin here at the top, to toughen the skin, but also you have to allow your fingers to naturally get stronger, okay? If you go to the gym, you can't just lift up heavy weights, right? It's too heavy. The same is with the guitar. You just can't expect that everything will be quick and easy. It's going to take a bit of time because you need to grow your skills, okay? Keep this in mind, keep positive mind. It takes time, and the thing is with the chords that we are learning right now, we are not looking for memorizing these chords in 1 day, in 5 minutes. Some of this stuff may take you 1 month or 2 months, okay? It's more about just trying, okay? Even 5 minutes per day will make a difference in your playing, okay? So this is D minor chord, yeah? Now look, next chord is D major. The next chord is D major. One of the easy ways, kind of the ways I used to play for a long time, D major will be just to slide your first finger from the first fret to the second fret. And this is D chord. D minor. And move this first finger from this fret here to this fret here. We've got D major. So this is one of the ways to play the D chord. But more official way of playing D chord will be by placing your first finger on the second fret third string, the first finger on the second fret first string, and your third finger on the third fret second string. And again, we play this chord from the fourth string down. This is called D. Okay, so did you notice you can play D like this, like this? They sound the same way, but you've got different fingering. And many times when you play the chords, the shape you're going to create with this chord, the shape you're going to create in order to play this chord, it will depend on the song you are playing. It will depend what did you play before, where you're going, okay? So sometimes it might be different. It's not the same always. So keep an open mind. Don't be fixed on a certain shape, like this is the only way to do it, because maybe there is also the other way to play this chord, okay? So one more time. The first finger is on the second fret third string, second finger on the second fret first string, and my third finger is on the third fret second string from the fourth string to strum this. This is called D. Excellent. Cool. Let's go to something a bit unusual, which is called A. Look. This one is a fun C chord because now you need to squeeze 3 fingers into 1 fret, which may look like it's an impossible task. I'm going to show you 3 variations of this chord, okay? The most common way, the way I play this chord will be to place your first finger on the second fret fourth string, second finger on the second fret third string, and the third finger on the second fret second string. We play this chord from the 5th string down. So this is kind of official way. Let's try this one more time. The first finger is going to be on the second fret fourth string, second finger on the second fret third string, and the third finger on the second fret second string. This is A major. You may try also to play this A major chord playing. You may try to play this using fingers 2, 3, and 4, which is a bit weird, but people play like this sometimes because it's easier to play the bar chords. When you go to the next bar chord, you don't know bar chords, just there is something which is called bar chords, okay? So this is another way, or you can play like this. Sorry, like this. Oops, yeah, like this. I don't use this chord too often. Look, this is kind of alternative way of playing A, and it might be easier to squeeze these fingers into the fret. So look, my Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to place my second finger on the second fret, fourth string. My first finger is going on the second fret, third string, and my third finger on the second fret, second string. This is another way of playing A major chord, okay? There is one more actually, the fourth way. Sometimes people play like this by laying this finger flat. Then many times the first string is muted. You have to be sure not to play the string, because then this chord will become a 6 chord. So it has to be muted or ringing, yeah? But this one is not recommended, these two. Too crazy. This is chord A, okay? I like this way. 1, 2, 3 fingers. Just like this in order, okay? Okay, now let's go to the chord G. And there are two ways of playing G, using all 4 fingers or just 3 fingers, okay? So I'm going to show you more difficult version, the way that I prefer, and then simpler version. By the way, easy way to think about G is you can go to G from E minor, for instance. Like, not easy way, but these two chords, for instance, go well together. E to G. So look, you've got E minor chord, like we learned before. First finger is on the second fret, 5th string. Second finger on the second fret, 4th string. And what you want to do, you want to keep your first finger where it is. By the way, I will lift this up. Can you see I've got some space? I can try to slide this forward, yeah? So I've got my first finger on the second fret, 5th string. Now I'm going to place my second finger on the 3rd fret, 6th string. And I'm going to place these 2 fingers at the bottom here, or on the top strings. We call them top strings because they sound quite high. My 3rd finger is going to be on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. And my little finger, 4th finger, on the 3rd fret, 1st string. This is big chord. I play this across all 6 strings. Some of you may feel like it's impossible to play this chord, and it may be muted, everything may be muted. It takes time to get used to this shape, okay? So keep this in mind. I remember playing these crazy shapes years ago, and I was so frustrated I couldn't play any of those, and I was like, it's impossible to play. But somehow I managed to learn this, so I'm pretty sure you can do the same, okay? It's just simply a matter of not giving up. So this is G. One more time. The first finger is on the 2nd fret, 5th string. Second finger on the 3rd fret, 6th string. My 3rd finger is going to be on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. And pinky on the 3rd fret, 1st string. This is called G. Easy way to play this, kind of not easy, just different voicing maybe this way, will be to move pinky up, move the pinky, and place your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, 1st string. So now I've got 3 fingers only, yeah? So this is kind of other way to play the G chord. 1st finger, 2nd fret, 5th string, 2nd finger, 3rd fret, 6th string, and the 3rd finger on the 1st fret, 1st string. So this is G. And this one before was also G. Listen. There's one note changing here. Different voicing. The same chord, different voicing. It's like different color. Okay? This is why I've got this kind of variations of the chords. Okay, so this is our chord G. Now let's try to learn chord F. Usually we play F chord as a bar chord like this. But as a beginner guitarist, you may try to learn kind of simplified version of this F chord. And in this chord especially, it's very important that you strum this chord from the 4th string. Because if you add extra notes here, this is highly dissonant sound. Listen. Can you hear this? So you can't hit the 6th string and the 5th also. You could hit the 5th, but it doesn't sound like F. It's A minor slash, sorry, this is F slash A. So different note in the bass from the 4th string. Okay, F. So look, to play this F, this is a bit tricky part here with the F. This is kind of a bonus chord. But you will see this chord in a lot of different songs. This chord belongs to this group of the 4 chords that create a lot of songs. So we've got C, G, A minor, F. Okay? These 4 chords are the basis of many popular songs. So this is why I added the F chord to this bunch, okay? We are going to lay the 1st finger flat on the 1st fret, strings 1 and 2. This one is a bit funny because you have to just, to lay this flat, I basically, you can't place this finger from the very top here. You have to use this flat part, okay? So my one string is here, one here, like this. I take this shape and I just squeeze this together, okay? My second finger is going to be on the second fret, third string, and my third finger on the third fret, fourth string. This is called F. It may not sound that great straight away from the beginning, okay? Keep this in mind. So you have to just practice this thing. So one more time, the first finger is going to be flat on the strings 1 and 2, first fret. Second finger on the second fret, third string. And the third finger on the third fret, fourth string. You strum this chord from the fourth string down. This is F. But there is also something which is called F major 7. So you may try to simplify this by playing like this. It doesn't sound the same way, but it may work in certain situations with certain chords. I'm going to show you in a second how it may work, but let's try to find the chord at first. So look, to play F major 7, which is kind of different variation of the F chord, we are going to place our first finger on the second string, first fret. So first fret, second string. Second finger is going to be on the second fret, third string. And the third finger is going to be on the third fret, fourth string. We play this from the fourth string down. Yeah? So first finger, first fret, second string. Second finger, second fret, third string. And the third finger, third fret, fourth string. It's crazy with these numbers, right? This is F major 7. So look, if I have, for instance, song with the chord C and then F. F might be tricky, yeah? I can try to replace this with F major 7, listen. Can you hear? It doesn't sound exactly the same way, but it doesn't sound wrong. So I was able to kind of use a little bit different shape to simplify my life, yeah? F major 7 chord. And by the way, this is very simple change going from C to F major 7 from the chord C. Because look, when you have your chord C, you want to hold your finger in the same position. Keep this where it is. You take these two fingers and you literally move them down. F major 7. Simple change, right? Listen. To F, major 7, G, for instance. Sounds great, right? So these are the chords you learn. Look, for instance, A minor, F, C, G, and A minor. Can you hear the same shapes you've learned? Let's go. C, G, and now let's change something here, look. E minor, D, C, G, E minor, D, C, G. Let's change this, let's try to use now chord A. Change to D minor. D minor. A minor. And now I'm going to use F major 7. And I'm going to finish on the C. So I kind of mix these chords together to give you some idea how it works. So I use all of them. Of course, in one song, you would never use all of these chords together because you could hear that they created sometimes kind of radical shift in the mood. This is how you write the songs, right? We want to try to make it sound exciting, all right? Great, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson. So spend some time practicing these chords. Remember, it takes time, be patient. This lesson was not designed to be done in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, you know, it was it's supposed to take you like maybe 1 month to master these chords. Okay, so keep this in mind.